Welcome to Hey Las Vegas. I'm your host, Broer Frederick, bringing you all the latest news, information, updates, rumors, and the occasional what the actual F. So if you love Vegas the way I love Vegas, make sure you hit that subscribe, that share, and especially that bell button to get notified so you don't miss an episode. I'm here at the Rio today because they topped the list in what the actual F. We'll get into that soon. We've got a lot to cover today, and we'll get into it right after this. Welcome back. Let's get right into it. In the rumor mill, but it's crossed over into reality, is that the Oakland A's baseball team has indeed put in a bid for the property at Tropicana, right? Tropicana. So everyone's gonna go, oh my God, the Tropicana, it's gonna go away. But you know what, the way this town operates, people will lament it for a few minutes if it indeed does happen, and it'll go away. Having the Oakland A's, having a professional baseball team here in town would probably be amazing. We've got hockey, we've got football, we've got racing, we've got women's basketball. So it would just make sense that someone should come here with a professional baseball team. And I've seen the perspectives, I'll pop it up on the screen, for the actual stadium. It would be amazing if that came into fruition. There was rumors that it might be here at the Rio, but that's not gonna be the case. They've been talking about that for years, but it's probably not gonna happen. Now, putting in a bid at the Tropicana is completely different than closing a deal, so we'll have to see what happens. But the Tropicana property is 35 acres. So if they level that property, there's more than enough room for stadium, parking, and all the rest of it. I'm not sure what the price point's gonna be, what the bid was, but we shall see. And you know, the Tropicana, it's 55 years old now, and they've been looking for a buyer for a long time. So if indeed the Oakland A's purchase that property, we can look forward to more sports in our town of Las Vegas. Next up, we have Miracle Mile, the shopping mall attached to Planet Hollywood. It's been announced today that they're going to get an amazing makeover. Not so much on the inside, but the outside. New branding, new signs, new look, new feel. Hopefully, they clean the parking lot because, quite frankly, that parking lot's a little skivat. So I hope that's part of it, cleaning up that area. But it is going to be a full makeover. I will pop up a picture right now of what the perspective on that's going to be. We'll see. I don't know how that's going to influence traffic in that area, because that's a well-walked pathway right in front of that place. But you know, the way things go in town here, they'll pop up a few cones here and there, and it'll be back to business. And of course, they'll do it quick. So I'm looking forward to that. That does need somewhat of an update. It's been around for close to 20 years. So there'll be new branding, new signs, new entranceways, and we'll see what else they have in store. So that's the update for Miracle Mile. Next up, we have more news from here at the Rio. As many of you know, the World Series of Poker has taken place here at the Rio this year, and many, many years preceding this. It's been almost a staple that it does get played here, the World Series of Poker. It's been announced that they're gonna move it from here at the Rio over to the Paris. Now, what are my thoughts on that? I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, I don't really care where they hold it. I used to play back in the day, but not so much anymore. But the way I think about it is this place, because like I said, this was looked at as, you know, a potential spot for the new A's or any other professional team to come in here in town. But because it's such an enormous property, it's way more than the 35 acres over at the Trop. But parking here, because they bring dealers into town. This is just dealers. Just the lot for the dealers is absolutely enormous. The lot for the players is absolutely enormous, and it's packed for a month. Now, over at the Rio, they have they have the parking garage, obviously, shared with Bally's, and they do have another parking garage out back. But it's a tremendous walk versus just coming in here. So Whether there's going to be room, how they're going to do it, that's going to be interesting. But the World Series of Poker is being pulled from the Rio. Now the Rio here is undergoing some changes, still managed by Caesars Entertainment, but it has, as many of you know, it has been bought by another company. They're promising a big renovation in here, but as long as Caesars manages the property, I'm not sure what changes. And we'll get into, stay tuned to the end, and we'll get into the actual F episode involving this place and Caesars Entertainment in general. There's been some residency announcements. They're coming fast and furious because not a lot of entertainers wanted to commit due to various things, this and this, and now they're coming in. They're seeing that Vegas is pretty much back in full force. Honestly, I haven't seen my town this busy in, I would say, years. No joke. We just had the rodeos in town right now. We had Amazon reInvent 2021. We had SEMA, and they have all been packed. So that's a good sign for the business of Las Vegas in general. So residencies are going to be in full swing now. And I got some residencies for you. First up is Adele. Yes, Adele over at Caesars Palace. She's gonna have a residency over there. Then next up we have Michael Bublé, fans of his, I'm a fan of his also. He's gonna do a limited residency engagement over at the RW starting in April, so that's gonna be exciting. I've heard that Adele tickets are gonna go starting at $800 a pop. You go Adele. And we also have John Legend that's gonna start his residency over at Planet Hollywood. So that should be exciting for all you people who are fans of his and them, and lots of music, lots of entertainers, and they're not just like C-level entertainers. We're starting to get the A and the B entertainers back too. So that's exciting. If you're excited, I'm excited, so we'll go see them together. There was a recent announcement here in Las Vegas from our Clark County officials that the mask mandate would indeed run well into 2022. Now, granted, our numbers are very good, our numbers are very low, the town is safe. But here's the thing, they've been witnessing the influx of people and the numbers are absolutely fantastic, and they feel that the mask mandate has not slowed down tourism whatsoever. So they figure, what's the harm of keeping it in place? We shall see what happens with that, but expect to still have one of these on unless you're actively drinking, actively smoking, or actively making out with someone. It'll be well into 2022. I don't know your feelings about that. You can drop those in the comments. And last up, we have Las Vegas, what the actual F? It's gonna be an occasional thing. I'll let you know in the beginning, but you're always gonna have to stick around to the very end if you wanna see it. And today, the Rio is on the what the actual F list. And that includes most of Caesars properties, but not all of Caesars properties. Let me show you something. I'll show it to you here, and I'll pop it up on the screen as well. That is a ticket. I went with a ticket from a machine, stuck it in the redemption machine, and this is what was given me. And I was given this also at Bally's. I was not given one at Caesars. As you can see, I'll pop it up right now. The amount that I put in the ticket was for $40.56. Now what happens at certain Caesars properties, when you redeem that ticket, now look here, let's look at this closely again, and I'll put it up on the screen. It says transaction complete, but they did not give me the opportunity to get my 56 cents out right there, which would be in the form of a ticket. What can you do with that ticket? I can do whatever I want with it because it's my money. Now, this new thing is saying my transaction is complete. If you didn't receive all your money on here, AKA didn't spit out the 56 cents in the form of another ticket, I'm to go to the cage and pick up my 56 cents. I was at Bally's, same thing happened, it was like 31 cents. So even if it was 99 cents. So basically, Caesars Entertainment is snagging all the change and making customers, players, tourists, everyone head down to the cage. Now, how many people are actually gonna do that? I didn't do it. I don't think you guys are gonna do it. So I would like to know from them, if you're watching, where is that money going to? Because that's an enormous amount of money. So if you collect 50 cents, let's average it out on every single ticket that gets run through this casino on a daily basis, that is an absolute enormous amount of money. So most people, granted, they do toss those in the garbage. They give them to someone less fortunate. They pass them to the person next to them, whatever it happens to be. But that should be your choice, not the casino's choice. Making me go to the cage for that 56 cents almost negates the fact that I actually will pick up that 56 cents. Is it going towards their bottom line? If it was going towards charity, I think I'd be a little more impressed, but there's no information about that. If I do get any information, I'll let you know. But it does say transaction successfully complete, yet it is not successfully completed because I didn't receive it. So, transaction successfully completed successfully. P.S. For partially paid tickets, please present receipt to the cashier, the casino cashier. Receipt void after 30 days. So it's like if you left your wallet and you don't pick it up in 30 days. Not a fan. Like I said, it's happened to me twice. It did not happen over at Caesars Palace. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do and what their policy, they might follow suit too. But like I said, you take, how many tickets do you think are gonna go through these machines today? Maybe on a weekend, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20,000 times 50 cents. That's a lot of money on a monthly basis. I don't know where that money's going. I'd like to know where that money's going. Is it going in their pocket? If it is, it shouldn't, but they're gonna turn around and say, well, you didn't want it, obviously, so we're gonna keep it. Donate it to charity, help me with Help the Homeless or something to that effect, but I want to see. But that definitely tops the list in Las Vegas. What the actual F? Just another way to little nickel and dime. And parking rates. I'll hit another one real quick. Parking rates lately have been nuts. Flat rate fees from $25 to $35 to park. I've seen that at Bellagio. I've seen that at Caesars Palace and quite a few. They're just not even going hourly. It's just a straight up 25 or 30 bucks on weekend. That's pretty substantial for parking. So what the actual F? But they got to make a dime too. So I thank you for joining me for this episode of Hey Las Vegas. And don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and the bell button to get notified. That way you do not miss an episode. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can go ahead and do that with Patreon, get a channel membership, or click on any of the links in the description below. And on that note, Bro Frederick out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.